Good morning. Welcome to Flack Memorial. We're glad you chose to worship with us this morning. As you know, this is the fifth Sunday of July, so we have a bunch of hymns today. So go ahead and stand with me. Join me in singing. The first song is Heaven Came Down. A wonderful, wonderful day I will never forget. After I wandered in darkness away, Jesus, my Savior, I met. Oh, what a tender, compassionate friend. He met the need of my heart. Shadows dispelling with joy, I am telling, He made all the darkness depart. Heaven came down and glory filled my soul. When at the cross the Savior made me whole, my sins were washed away, and my night was turned to day. Heaven came down and glory filled my soul. Born of the Spirit with life from above, into God's family divine. Justified fully through Calvary's love, oh, what a standing is mine. And the transaction so quickly was made, when as a sinner I came. Took up the offer of grace He did proffer, He saved me, oh, praise His dear name. Heaven came down and glory filled my soul. When at the cross the Savior made me whole, my sins were washed away, and my night was turned to day. Heaven came down and glory filled my soul. Now I've a hope that will surely endure after the passing of time. I have a future in heaven for sure, there in those mansions sublime. And it's because of that wonderful day, when at the cross I believe. Riches eternal and blessings supernal, from His precious hand I receive. Heaven came down and glory filled my soul. When at the cross the Savior made me whole, my sins were washed away, and my night was turned to day. Heaven came down and glory filled my soul. You may be seated.
Good morning. I feel like I had to introduce myself again. Glad to see you out to worship with us this morning. For those joining us online, we welcome you too. A few things to let you know about. First of all, we want to extend our condolences to Maynard Moore in the passing of his brother, Robert Moore, and ask that you continue to pray for the family and Maynard during this time of sorrow. We won't have fill in the blank this week, but beginning month of August, we're going to collect school supplies, and BBS, Boys and Girls Collected School Supplies, so we're going to pick that up and carry it on through the month of August. There's a tub out in the back. You can drop off your school supplies. If you would prefer, rather to give than to shop, then you can give financially to the school supplies collection. Just a bit of information for everyone concerned here at the Flack Church. Leadership team has in the past provided gifts in memorial of deceased loved one of the family that attends the church here. And we'd been having a discussion about something that might be a little more meaningful, a little bit more longer lasting type of memorial. So the leadership team in discussions made a decision that would make an eternal impact. And when one of our church family has a death in the family, the Flack Church will give a gift to the Gideons to purchase and place 10 Gideon Bibles in memory of the deceased. And so when Gail's father passed away, Gail received in the mail this card that says, "In memory," and then you open it up on the inside and it names her dad, Phil Dillon, and then it simply says 10 Bibles were presented and donated by the Flack Memorial Church, and then it's got a little saying on this side. This is what we will send out, or actually the Gideons will send this out to the family member here in the church. And we think that way, not only do we honor the person who passed away, but we honor the family with something that makes an impact, not only for the family, and saying we grieve with you, but also on behalf of the person who's deceased. The Word of God gets planted around the world. And so we respectfully have made that choice to do that. So Maynard will be receiving a card similar to this. There are several cards you can choose from, and they receive a card like this with the note who it's in honor of and what was done and who it's from. And that will be our policy going forward now. A big thank you to one half of the dynamic duo last Sunday. Bob's and Lana are away and getting some rest and relaxation, and so thank you, Ed, for stepping in. And then thank your dad, Bob, if you're listening or watching anywhere. Why, thank you for filling in for me in the small group too last Sunday. Appreciate that. Next Sunday, first Sunday of the month in August, we have two things that are of great import. One, we help our community by receiving non-perishable food items out here in the black box in the foyer on my left, your right, and you can just bring your stuff for the Good Samaritan Center into that. And then also next Sunday is, of course, Community Sunday here at our church, and we worship together, remembering the Lord's table at that time also. One other unannounced or announcement to remind you, I guess is the way to put it. If you'd be interested in helping in the Media Center, please contact Terry Bruntmeyer. She's sitting back there, the one on your right, my left. Contact her and let her know you'd be willing to help in that way. We would appreciate that very much. I think, have I missed anything? That's always a little. Yeah, Charles. Okay. And that is the day. And when is it? Very good. And who's the we? We decided. Okay. Okay. August 21st, immediately after the worship service, be here. We're going to have a potluck dinner. Back to school, bring some school supplies. We'll still collect on the 28th and send it off to some of the schools here in Excelsior Springs. And I believe it's been the custom that if you go to Walmart, there's a list of school supplies. So if you want to buy them yourself, there's a list available at Walmart you can look at to see what to buy. If you would rather not do the shopping, then you can simply give financially in your radio for giving and simply designate how much you want to go to that. We have some willing shoppers. So we thank you for your support for the kids of the Excelsior Springs School District. I keep saying school, I apologize, okay? Just so you know. be mentioned again. For what? Would you stand and welcome one another in worship this morning?
Who can cheer the heart like Jesus? By his presence all divine, true and tender, pure and precious. Oh, how blessed to call him mine. All that thrills my soul is Jesus. He is more than life to me. And the fairest of 10,000 in my blessed Lord I see. Love of Christ so freely given, grace of God beyond degree, mercy higher than the heaven, deeper than the deepest sea. All that thrills my soul is Jesus. He is more than life to me. And the fairest of 10,000 in my blessed Lord I see. Every need his hand supplying, every good in him I see. On his strength divine relying, he is all in all to me. All that thrills my soul is Jesus. He is more than life to me. And the fairest of 10,000 in my blessed Lord I see. By the crystal flowing river, with the ransomed